Hey everyone, so I was in the mood to do somewhat of a purple eyeshadow look. I wasn't quite sure, something smoky maybe, and this is what I came up with. Coming close so you can see it. I used mostly things from my NYX eyeshadow palette that I got in a glossy box a couple months ago, the Dark Shadows palette. I used a couple of the purples in here. So I thought you guys might be interested to see, especially if you own this palette, so I think that's about it. Now here's on to the tutorial. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to use the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the color Barely Branded, which looks like this. And I'm going to take it and just put it over like the first half-ish of my eyelid. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, just as a base to hold eyeshadow better and to brighten up the colors that I'm putting over the top. Next, I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Delinquent. It's just a really nice, like, royal purple. And I'm going to be using this lip gloss, Maybelline lip gloss. It's got a sharp edge on it, as you can see, just as a guide for the eyeshadow that I'm going to put down. I'll show you what I mean in a second, but you could use anything. Okay, so I'm placing this underneath my eye, following the curve of the outside of my eye and upwards. This is how I want my eyeshadow to sit. That's as far down as I want it to go. So you can see on that side, that's kind of the look I'm going for. So I'm just going to place it down as a guide. Again, you could use anything. And then taking the pencil, I'm going to follow the curve of this down to my lashes, and then I'm going to draw upwards in my crease. So when I pull that off, a little bit too high, but when I pull that off, you can see that's the look I'm going for, kind of a cat eye eyeshadow, and I'm going to fill in just this part of the V here. Alright, so now that I have that filled in, if I had a Maybelline Color Tattoo in a purple, which they do have, I would prefer to use it because this pencil does not blend out as well as the color tattoos do, so it takes a little bit more blending. Basically, I'm going to blend the Barely Branded and the purple together where they meet. I'm going to leave this edge pretty straight and harsh, but I'm going to blend up this top crease part. Okay, so it took a little bit of work to blend this out. This isn't the best product to be using as an eyeshadow base in my opinion, but now I kind of had a guide to go off of as to where I want my eyeshadow, and it's going to just make the colors pop a little bit more because I have this underneath. Next, I'm going to take this palette from Wet n Wild, which is Walking on Eggshells, and I really like the brow bone color as an inner corner highlight, so I'm going to be using that just on the inner corners to brighten it up, and then I'm going to take it about halfway to the middle on my bottom lash line. Oh, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So just to about halfway underneath. And then for a brow bone highlight, I don't want something so shimmery because the rest of my eye is pretty shimmery. So from the NYX palette, which I'll show you back here, I'm using this color right here, which is not shimmery, it's a matte cream type color. I'm just going to take some of that and put it up in my brow bone so that it's a little bit highlighted but still matte. Alright, now looking at the NYX Dark Shadows palette, the two colors I will be using is this purple right here and this purple right here. So for the lighter purple, I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to take some on a flat-ended brush, and I'm going to place it from almost the inside to about halfway, just packing it down. Okay, and now I'm moving on to that darker color, keeping it on the outside corner, still with the flat brush, just packing. Okay, so now I have three colors happening. I have that inner highlight, I have the light purple, and then I have a super dark purple. So that's where I need to blend. This is the blending side of my brush, and I'm going to blend all the colors together as well as all the colors up to the crease, so it kind of fades upward. Okay, and taking that same dark purple, I'm just going to drag it underneath the eye, connecting to that V. and to about halfway. When I get to halfway, I'm going to blend the two colors together. Alright, next, using my Avon Kohl black liner, I'm going to rim the top of my eye and the bottom of my eye. If you didn't want such a dramatic look, you definitely don't have to rim your eyes, or you could even do it with like a highlighting type color. And then with my Stila felt tip pen eyeliner, I'm going to line the top of my eyes, and the cool thing about having that V already drawn out is that that's how you want your cat eye to go. So that's the line you follow. If you look on this side of your eyeliner, that's how you follow it. Alright, and now it's time for mascara. I've been using two mascaras recently. The first one is Almay Get Up and Grow, and I find this is really good at volumizing my lashes, but terrible at separating them. It makes it kind of clumpy. So I've been using the XXL Pro extensions, the black end, after this, just to help get rid of the clumps and lengthen the lashes. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, and here are my finished eyes. Now on to face. So I've already done my foundation, but for blush, since I have quite a dramatic eye happening here, well, dramatic for me anyways, I'm going to use my e.l.f. blush in Tickled Pink, and it's just a really pretty pale pink color. Just gotta find my right brush here. And for highlighter, I'm going to use my Lorac highlighter in Spotlit, which looks like that. And finally, for lips, I thought I'd try out this Avon Glazewear Extreme, and the color is Pale Pink. I got it in a glossy box, and with Pale Pink, I think that will go well with the eyes that I have happening. So let's try this. I wouldn't say it's incredibly pale. It's got more color than I thought it would. Still a pretty color though. So I think that's about it. This definitely isn't an eyeshadow look that I would consider an everyday look, but I do think it really helps green eyes stand out, and if I were gonna go, you know, out on date night or something like that, I think it's a fun look for that. So that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!